choice I make, it's my new rebellious way.
Doge. That's so fucking... It's so silly, man. It's so silly. You see it all the time. This pump is probably
slow
over.
down. We're live, homie. Here we go. We are going live, guys. Welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's January 28th, a Thursday of 2021. Some exciting things afoot in the space. Are you guys hanging on? Are you watching what's happening? It really does seem like it's one unprecedented event after another. We are living in unusual and very interesting times indeed, aren't we? To review the markets and I guess some of these macro phenomenon today. We've got two of our analysts with us. We've got Alex. Alex, how you doing this morning?
I'm great.
And we got Jason here. Jason, how you doing today?
Oh, you know, just living that dream, walking the Doge.
All charged up, we are indeed, guys. Today is
it kind of feels like with all this stuff happening, it really kind of feels like you're in like an old 90s vehicle with a teenage girl who replaced the spare tire and didn't do the star pattern. It just feels like the wheel's about to fall off on this thing.
Yeah, something is up, and that's like the title of today's show, that something is not quite right in the markets today. Maybe not so much the crypto markets, because we are solidly in the green today, at least in terms of the alt space. A few pullbacks, but we'll explore that in a second. But, you know, if you've been watching this GME, this GameStop drama, unfold for the last 3 or more days, now we've just really set a new precedent again with them suspending all of the trading. Maybe I'll pull that up in just a second, but yeah, retail is now getting locked out of their Robinhoods, their TDs, their other brokerage service providers, and
interactive brokers also turned off trading.
Yeah, I heard Carl Schwab and TD and so many more were all offline. Even yesterday morning there was a huge outage, and then today they officially determined that they're gonna shut retail out from these things, at least from buying. They might be close positions.
You see, yesterday's outage was because they just had too many new member signups, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too many new member signups. But today's outage is different. It's on purpose.
It's to protect you.
It was definitely not on purpose, guys.
And they shut it down to protect you, the retail trader.
Yeah. Just as GameStop.
It's like the same thing as like you're at the casino and you had a really good day and they're just watching you like, all right, that's too good. What's happening over here? Let's shut this down. Like, it's the same thing.
Indeed, shut it down. And this actually will take us to our community poll. Have you guys seen our community poll yet? Let me drop the link in the live chat. Here we go. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go over to our YouTube channel and then the community tab, and you will find this this poll up here right now. Let me scroll up a bit so everybody can see it in this smaller window. So the question for today's poll is, are you holding GameStop or any of the following stocks? AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia, Bed Bath & Beyond, and whatever else is getting squeezed by Wall Street bets of the Reddit guys. So anybody here holding this? Let's see here. Here's our 4 options. I haven't even responded to this poll yet either. Excuse me. Let's see here. First option is, yes, I'm in GameStop and others. It's a revolution, baby. Second response is not anymore. I was in and I sold at 420.69. Third option are, what are stocks? If you have no idea what's even going on and you only deal with crypto, maybe this is your option here. And the last answer is no. I went all in on Doge last night. So
could you do us all a favor, Jack?
What's up?
Could you answer live on stream so we see what you answer?
Yeah, no problem. Let's take a look. This one's a tough one, but I guess what are stocks? Because I knew you didn't know shit. I don't fuck with stocks. All right, guys. I don't call me Crypto Jack for nothing. I'm flush in crypto, and
Stonky Jack.
Peckham, congratulations. Peckham sold AMC. Sold about half the AMC that he was holding. That was so smart. You sold it yesterday. Oh man, killer! If you guys look at AMC had a big pullback today, so he took profits exactly the right time.
And
smart man.
Yeah.
We were at resistance, weren't we?
Yeah, shout out to Peckham as well, because he was talking about AMC like a week and a half ago too. So well before all this hype and shit. So clearly he's got an eye for this.
Yeah, knocked it out of the park. I guess Peckham 08 trolling the Reddit Wall Street Bets subreddit, and he was ahead of the curve. He was informing us about this.
I think he's just really into movie theaters.
That too potentially, but
this man may be retarded. He could just be retarded.
Not you, me.
Wall Street Bets joke. I hope nobody is offended by that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, whoa, dropping the hard R.
Yeah,
it's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. All right, let's. Before we go any further, let's quickly review yesterday's poll. If anybody remembers the poll from yesterday, will Bitcoin close out January above 30K? Yeah, we've only got about 3 days in the month of January remaining, and things looked pretty droopy yesterday when we released the poll. Has anyone changed their mind yet after this little bounce, or are we still due? Are we still due for a pullback into the 20Ks or even lower? We had 135 votes in yesterday's poll. Look at this. Bitcoin will hold 30 and Bitcoin will break down below 30 are split evenly, 40% in each.
Oh, I checked in it last night, and I know it was well heavier to it'll break down. So clearly people are changing their mind right now.
Maybe this means we'll trade sideways.
Yeah,
exactly.
It does kind of give you a bit of a pulse on what's going on here. All right.
Who's this guy talking about with all the buzzwords? Is that spam?
Crush Kit.
Yeah.
Tai Cheng G20 Bitcoin Kit Crush on Kangen Company. Okay,
that looks like Thai to me. So shout outs to Crush Kit from Bangkok or anywhere in Thailand. Thailand is, I hear, a beautiful country with beautiful beaches. So
is it Thai spam?
Yeah. Or is he summoning Cthulhu?
Yeah, is he in here? Is he telling us, he's giving us a stock tip, or did he tell us to go screw our moms? Like, what's he saying here?
Unfortunately, my universal translator is offline at the moment, so you'll have to wait for that one. But let's see here, how many 15 replies or 15 poll votes in the poll today. Gonna revisit that shortly, see how that's looking. All right, let's get into the next segment here. We're gonna take a quick look at the bubbles. What are the bubbles doing today? Doge had
Show me the bubbles.
Doge had a big day. See, it's up 160% on bubbles. I mean, I heard it gave back a huge part of its move, but Doge, the meme continues. In fact,
I think it was 258 on the day total move.
If anything,
is that all?
Yeah, right. People are like, well, it'll catch up to AMC, it'll catch up to GameStop. I'm like, what? Like, people are comparing stocks to crypto now. Like, it's crazy.
Yes.
What's happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. If the GameStop phenomenon demonstrate anything, it's that memes rule. We live in the era of meme warfare.
We're in the information age, man. Information can travel. It's more accessible. Now you can get together retail traders on a scale that it can offset the balance, and they're not sure what to do about it.
Seems like a disconnect from reality, guys. But yes, the memes seem to have incredible power. It's not going to be, militaries and other forces at work here in the future. It's going to be
memes. It's going to be Bernie Sanders and mittens.
It's going to be memes that topple regimes and
and
destroy markets, right? So
memes that topple regimes.
Yes.
This funny cat photo makes me want to revolt.
Kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia!
Kill the Prime Minister!
All right.
We're turning into real life Zoolander,
yes,
guys.
This is some serious Zoolander type business here now.
Hansel's so hot right now.
All right, so Doge up 160%, but besides that, I mean, it's super hot across the alt space. Just a sea of green on the bubbles. I see 1 inch up about 35%. 1 inch is a big mover. I know our analysts were observing that. We're going to look into. We got Cheeseburger up almost 40%.
We're both 1 inch.
2 inches right now. It's crazy, guys.
Saya coin is up 36%. Nano up about 25%. I see Phantom is up 35%. Luna up almost 30%. ZRX 20%, and the list goes on.
Phantom is almost corporeal. Luna is almost the sun. It's crazy out there.
The graph is up.
I really got to make a weather report on this thing. Just dodging bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles indicate that the alts are on fire, so it clearly...
his burger coin's doing great.
Yeah, here's the thing about this, and I'm looking at the charts and stuff, and I don't know if, Alex, you're getting the same sense here, but, like, things feel a little off balance here, because I think that, like, Bitcoin, it looks like it's going to try to press up to the upside here, but I bet we get sideways out of this and just start seeing sporadic things within the alt market, because it just feels weird right now.
We're going to be sideways for a while.
But I do feel like a lot of these alts are still at resistance. You know, we had a big down day yesterday, and we corrected back up, but we haven't recovered over where we dropped from yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think that should give us pause here. But we'll look at it.
Yeah, and why I believe, we're probably likely to go sideways because people forget that we haven't even made a higher high yet, but they're all stoked that, we're going back up. Like, okay, be patient here, guys.
Yes, I would cancel patience, everyone, but at the same time, it seems like we're in the midst of a epic altcoin rally. It's probably a good thing that Bitcoin does keep the 30K support, and maybe we just chill and go sideways here for a few more weeks while all the other coins get to run. I do know Ethereum reclaimed 1,300 overnight. That is a good thing, I suppose, but
it is good. Yeah,
I'm gonna have our analysts explore the finer details of the Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that in a little bit. Let's quickly segue over to the news. Let's quickly cover what's happening in the news and then get right into the charts. I know everybody wants to see what's going on in the markets. I'm going to review a couple stories, shout everybody out in the live chat, and then we're going to get right into it. So next one up, let's see here. Yes, so we have the GameStop shares plunge after Robinhood, TD, and other brokerages move to limit trading. So the strange saga, the GameStop token, took another new twist on Thursday as trading brokerages, Robinhood, and others put restrictions on trading in the company's shares, a move that drew the ire of app's merry band of stock swapping Redditors. Yeah, you guys are nobody, just in case the Redditor guys are listening. This condescending tone is because you're nobody. If you were big, you'd be some Ivy League graduate working for one of these big hedge funds.
That's what pissed me off about that. What was that guy's name? Kamoth? That came on.
His name is very difficult to pronounce for English speakers.
I believe it was Kamoth.
Parabataya. I'm doing it wrong.
Kamoth Parabataya. Yeah. But listening to that video of him with Spencer Jackson on CNBC, man, did it feel like he was talking about us? Like, he's like, there is groups of people out there that are so transparent with everything that they do, every trade that they take, that eventually these people are going to do it better than the hedge funds. And man, did that hit close to home, because, like, is that not what we're doing here?
I like to think that at least together we're able to do an awful lot and sort of combine our knowledge in ways that I think hedge funds are unable to, because they're black boxes. They don't share the information, and the hedge funds are competition to each other. They're right up against each other in the markets. But that's really not true for retail traders. When I look at another retail trader, I'm not trading against this other retail trader. This is one of the ways in which trading is unlike poker. You look at every other poker player. Every other poker player is, your opponent. They're going to take the money from you at the table. You have to be willing to take their money. And that's not really true for retail traders, because we're trading against the market. So I agree. I definitely think that retail traders have that sort of cooperative advantage.
and the reason why I bring that up just real quickly on a side note is because I think that this is an inevitability, because you look at these hedge funds and stuff and you look at their closed doors and their little idea lunches and stuff like that. Like, retail doesn't have that. So what they do is they communicate with each other over the internet, but at the same time, these hedge funds are so used to doing things that their way, that with the way retail works, I think it's an inevitability that them not adapting and us just having more time to really dive into these things with more information, we're going to find better ways to win and beat the hedge funds. And now we're starting to see it.
Yeah, we live.
That's what happened here.
We live in the era now of open source
Information.
or crowdsourced information.
We live in a society.
Yep. And it's a crowdsourced information. It's an information war out there, and we are crowdsourcing the info. And slowly but surely, these Wall Street giants are losing their edge, and in fact, they might, at this point, they might possess no edge over retail. So in many ways, I don't know if this is just a false narrative, because this is certainly a narrative coming out of this. A lot of this might be smoke and mirrors, guys. I recommend we tread carefully. I'm not sure if there's a lot to this whole David versus Goliath story. Maybe this is just what they're trying to tell people, but something is certainly afoot.
It's an interesting narrative.
And I also like that he's like, there are people out there that most hedge funds would consider a zero. Nobody, they have no credentials, no anything, that could run a hedge fund 1,000,000 times better than any of them. And I'm like, I'd like to send you my last 6 months of results, bud. Like,
it's very elitist, no doubt about it.
It made me feel good. Like,
part of the problem in our society. But you know, let's not get too far off the rails here.
Yeah.
Let's quickly review these next little few bits here. So the boom
Exciting
itself
stuff.
is being fueled, of course, by online stock message boards, including the influential one on Reddit, which push the price of GameStop shares up exponentially in the last few days, costing Wall Street firms to lose billions on the trade. So, but of course, Robinhood and others pumped the brakes on the frenzy on Thursday, telling the users it would restrict trading in shares at a number of companies that have seen feverish gains, including GameStop, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Nokia, and many others. Shares in all these firms have also more than quadrupled this year, driven by a frenzy of retail investors. See, guys, you're not allowed to do this because we're already entering a world where the markets are going to be centrally controlled. There's going to, you know, we're entering a crazy new era, right? Like the markets at all-time highs, economy seemingly being decimated, completely disconnected from reality, and now you can't. Pretty soon, retail, the average person, will not even be able to get involved in the market, in this so-called free market. We're going to have everything kind of, drawn out top to bottom.
Sorry.
No worries.
Was Market Euphoria canceled or what? Like, they just shut it off. It's kind of funny.
So Robinhood, of course, said trading in the affected shares will be limited to traders looking to close out their positions in them. This means holders of the share can sell them and shorts can buy them to cover their position, but any other type of trading will be restricted. It's a brave new world, guys, where they can now control the markets, guys. We're heading into a. Is this Weimar Republic yet? It sure feels like it.
I'll stay to crypto.
And yep, in case you didn't know, GameStop shares plunge after triggers halt on platforms to restrict trade, which is about to be expected. Once they pulled out the support, the Reddit support, things started to tumble, and I'm sure Wall Street is now on the other side, shorting it down. In the end, this whole exercise might have been futile, guys. My whole thing might have been a long con. People were going to get hurt. I know it's unfair and unfortunate, but
it's a market. Someone always gets hurt.
Unless you were Peckham away in the live chat, and he pulled out his profits on the way up, which would have been really smart. I feel bad for any of the hold, the ride or die crowd on Reddit. I'm sure a lot of people, were probably taken in by.
Here's the thing, man. When I'm starting to get texts from people that I normally wouldn't get them from, like people like, hey, you seeing all this Reddit stuff? Should I get into GameStop? What do you think about AMC? I'm like, dude, you like sell shoes at Foot Locker, and this is the first time you've ever talked to me about stocks. Like, why do you think that is? Like, it's clearly cycling through the media at a crazy pace right now.
Yeah, I read a story yesterday describing like the Weimar Germany, and right around that period there was a point similar to this. Coincidentally, I guess some things repeat in history, where everybody was piling into the market. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry everybody
That's
on
so
retail, every
funny.
shoe shine boy was getting into the space, and that kind of indicated what was to come next. All right, let's close out the last couple stories, and then we'll get straight into the markets. Maybe after I review what looks like a couple of good comments from the live chat here. All right, so billionaire Ray Dalio U-turns on Bitcoin, calls it one hell of an invention. So
you can't do that, goddammit. Like they've for so long. It's like, oh, it's a bubble. It's
Never-
it's stupid tech. It's
it's-
nothing.
Finally picked up his bags.
never
That's so
too
stupid.
late. Never too late to admit you're wrong, or to FUD the space while you fill your bags. But Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, which has $150 billion in assets under management, has become one of the most high-profile financiers to U-turn on Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin, quote, I believe Bitcoin is one hell of an invention. To have invented a new type of money via a system that is programmed into a computer and that has worked for around 10 years and is rapidly gaining popularity as both a type of money and a store of value is an amazing accomplishment, he said.
I like that he added both.
Just this November, Dalio said the government will ban Bitcoin. However, in a statement where he analyzes the new currency, he revealed he didn't know much about the crypto. That makes it interesting because Dalio shares many of his views on Bitcoiners. He said, for example, that the dollar has entered its last phase, and now after being acquainted with digital gold, he says, I and my colleagues at Bridgewater are intently focused on alternative storeholds of wealth assets, and Bitcoin won't escape our scrutiny. Bridgewater, therefore, may well become the biggest hedge fund yet to potentially ever turn into a Bitcoin believer. And their analysis concluding that Bitcoin is like an option on a potential storehold of value. Alright, so is this not quite there yet, which means it's still early? Dalio, influential analysis of the financial system, now potentially taking a Bitcoin angle. And alright, extended
That's
article
over 50%
here.
now. He's on Bitcoin side now.
Yep, so Dalio turning around. How long until a lot of other funds, how long until Reddit turns their sights on pumping Bitcoin? You only so long until you get locked out of the financial system by Wall Street, until they realize, wait a minute, there's this whole permissionless, runs around the clock market known as crypto available to us. Why are we playing their game? Let's get into crypto. Maybe we can revive the spirit of crypto.
Exactly. You know where I don't need permission to go trade? Uniswap.
My computer at home on
any
Uniswap,
other decentralized exchange. I
Bybit.
can exchange stuff on. Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, they could shut it down. You're right. Sorry.
Bybit's centralized, but I pretty soon they're gonna have wrapped tokenized stocks. You can already buy a few. I saw some wrapped AMC, and so you saw some wrapped AMC. You were looking that up, right?
Well, the thing was, before all this popped off, me and Jack were talking about it, and we saw that they had made a GameStop wrapped ETH. So we're like, dude, this was before AMC popped off, and I was like, dude, I think AMC's gonna go with this thing. So we were looking for it on Uniswap. We found one. It was AMC, but it did not give you any information, and I was super close to buying it, but I didn't, and I thought it had nothing to do with it. So,
okay.
Only the GameStop one.
Anyway, I know that there are wrapped tokenized stops, like wrapped Cresco Fin. That was kind of a big one. WCrest. I call it Watercrest. But anyway, one day we will get there, and I think the Wall Street Bets crowd has learned a valuable lesson about why the rest of us are not really doing a lot in traditionals.
I got like 4 friends that are I'm going to really crank the I told you so's into them because they had a little bit to do with stocks, and I said that I'm pretty sure one day that all of this market's going to tokenize into a crypto market. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, okay, and here we go. And
as cool as what has happened with GameStop and AMC, we see those kind of gains on crypto all the time. It's
daily.
Like, hey, it's like, hey, what? Oh, wait, you didn't catch GameStop? Why don't you go buy Doge today? It's like everyday thing. So I really do hope that
people are just so greedy, man. Because BTS pulled 18%. Yesterday closed out 3 that we got 16% out of cumulatively. Those are daily gains. Why are you tooting about this one stock that made this crazy gain in one day? That's not sustainable. That's not impressive to me.
Well, I mean, I agree it's impressive. I don't want to badmouth the GameStop trade. It was a fantastic.
Oh no, it's killer trade, once in a lifetime. I think.
What I'm saying is, we see those sorts of gains in crypto all the time, and I hope that lures more of these retail traders over to the dark side.
Well, I mean, that's what's crazy to me that it hasn't, because a lot of these things you have to wait certain days to, if you're not trading enough money and stuff like this. Crypto, you can come in this and just trade. And like humans are greedy, so like how is it not spilled over?
You got to remember that a contingent of potential traders got burned in 2017 and probably never returned, and then there's a contingent of people who are new coming into the space. Crypto's still seen as shady and unfamiliar to them, whereas Robinhood's easy to get into. A lot of these apps are easy to get into, so there is certainly like a revival of retail interest. The game is kind of seemingly turning toward retail right now, even if they're a little uneducated, a little unprepared. They are certainly open to a lifestyle of day trading and getting into markets. Obviously. Maybe this is like the gateway drug for them, the traditional markets, and they'll be soon enough converts to crypto. Crypto will get another opportunity to shine.
Believe it hasn't gone faster.
Let's quickly close out the last couple stories here. Doge, of course, surges above 2 cents, and that made for a massive pump overnight. So shout out to anybody holding Doge.
I know there's a ton of you out there.
In the midst of the meme coins, the head meme coin happens to surge, so there's that. Our analysts will take a look at the Doge chart a little later. Just gonna shout out the Doge activity. Next one, excuse me again. Cointelegraph writes, Grayscale preparing for a DeFi future with new cryptocurrency trust filings. The world's largest cryptocurrency asset management firm could be set up to buy the dip its toes rather into DeFi after filing 5 new coin trust registrations. So the trust that has already a huge array of coins is now going to be adding some that dip their toes in DeFi. New trust filings for AAVE, Polkadot, Cosmos, aka Atom, were filed on Wednesday. Grayscale also registered trusts for
XMR and EOS, I think, are the other ones.
Yeah, followed trusts for Cardano, XMR, and I saw EOS somewhere else earlier as well. Yeah. So good things coming. Not sure if this is a good time to preemptively buy these just because you heard the news, but it's there, guys. If you're holding any of these, the future looks bright for the space. I'm pretty excited. Are you not? I know I am.
That's really interesting to me that Grayscale would touch Monero. It's because it's a privacy coin, you know?
Exactly, yep. I'm surprised about that too.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah. Because remember, these are the people that like put a halt on the XRP Grayscale trust. But now they're going to go out on a limb and do a Monero trust. Maybe they know something we don't.
Exactly. Like, so maybe they shut the other one down because they figured out something that they were doing wrong, shit on that one, and then went and picked up another one and figured out what they needed to change.
I mean, they're a little different, but yeah, it's interesting to see that XMR is in there. All right, going to quickly check back in on the poll. Are you holding GME or any of the following stocks like AMC or BlackBerry? Currently, it's leading with almost 60% saying what are stocks, aka you're a crypto user. 18% of people say they went in all on Doge. 18% of the audience who've responded so far say that yeah, they're in GameStop and others. It's a revolution, baby. Indeed, well, it seems to be a bit of a revolution there, but okay. We're gonna get into the charts in just a second. I'm gonna quickly shout out everybody here. Probably gonna read a few comments because I'm curious to see what kind of thoughts we have on this
interesting
drama today. ANCAP Futures was the first one in the show today. Mr. ANCAP dabbing as usual. Shout outs to ANCAP, who's also a channel supporter. Peckham 08 was second through the door, saying that GME is not the new Bitcoin. Well, who knew that? ANCAP says, I'll probably miss most of the show. Gotta grab TV from Best Buy. Have a good show, guys. Robinhood has official lawsuits filed now. Alright, right on. Let's see, what else do we have? Down with the man, says ANCAP Futures. Ron Legato's in here. Daniel, another channel supporter, was in here in the door. Hello, Daniel. Jose Alves, another channel supporter, saying, hey, everyone. Tamir7VIP was in here. GBU Professor Wally, shoutouts to Wally, also a channel supporter. Ryan O'Malley is in here. Mr. Ether Robert Warner is in here. This is up, down shit for BTC is killing me. Yes. I can imagine this choppiness can be messing with certain people. I'm glad that Jason has been killing it. You know, you hedged up and you've been holding steady.
Well, that's the thing.
You've done a
Like
great
today,
job.
like I
Hold that
stopped
thought,
out
hold
on
that
a.
thought.
I stopped.
Hold
Okay,
that thought.
sorry.
Let me finish these off. Tyler Dukacek, up down is the source of all our opportunities, sir. Yes, there's a silver lining to that thought, isn't there, Mr. Tyler Dukacek, with an excellent observation. Zhao Tao in the live chat. Yes, Doge to the moon. Get Elon to send it with his rocket. It will fly much faster. All right, Zhao Tao appealing to Elon to pump our Dogecoin even harder. Vic Stacking Slough says, hi everyone. Sawyer's in here. Dark Rico, Grant Parsons, Mr. Unicorn, another channel supporter. Thank you again for supporting us. Hello folks, what is the strategy for trading Doge? Starting fancy,
Spray and pray
to fancy some of this fun. All right,
Yeah, basically.
we'll take a look at Doge in a bit, Mr. Unicorn, see if we can come up with something. Who else we have? Alex Bowler in here, the douche, Furry, Johnny's in here. Nice to see Johnny in here. James
Mr. Johnny,
Lane, got the uncut talk on Doge. Yes, you're getting it raw on the air here on Doge. RK is in here. Nice to see RK in here again. Doge to the moon, says RK. Moonshine Fuel is in here, spoken like a true mechanic. All right, not sure what that refers to, but
talking
yes.
about the wheels coming off.
Oh yes, the wheels are coming off. The wheel bearings are wearing out, and
No, she tightened the lug nuts in a circle, for God's sake.
yes, that too. You gotta tighten those things in the star pattern. Make sure it's flush to the hub. Let's see here. Mac W, hey guys. Bird says hey guys. Josh Bachelor's in here. Mentioned Sawyer, Crypto Bull. Shoutouts to Crypto Bull. Almost bought the Doge, says Crypto Bull, after yesterday's show too. All right, well, I don't know what we were talking about Doge. Maybe we saw the breakout coming on the stream yesterday. I don't know.
I don't recall that.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure, but I mean, Crypto Bull does a timestamp, so he should know better than anyone what we talked about. But ANCAP futures,
Yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff every day, man. It's kind of
I put
hard.
500 into all of them just for giggles, because I love Reddit. All in total, I'm only doing 1% risk for combined currently. All right, so ANCAP went in.
You're taking care of yourself, bud.
Sprinkled 1% risk across most of these. I hope you did okay.
You were rewarded, my friend. I guarantee it.
I hope you still have an opportunity to close out in profit. Oh, I see Scott is in here. Just became a channel supporter as well. Shoutouts to Scott, Mr. Mustache, in the live chat, saying that he's handicapped.
Love your energy, dude.
Oh yes. Handicapped is the appropriate politically correct term for the tard that you mentioned earlier. JG.
And then you say tard right now? Okay.
JG, another channel support. I've had 2 longs on Doge and 1 short. PHRW, what a day. Alright, yes, this Vietnamese fella in the live chat, Tyler Dukacek mentioned, and alright, I think I got everybody shouted out. Oh, Ego Killer Band, just back from work, and who's going live? Okay, awesome, glad you came back from work and straight into the show. I guess you must be maybe the UK or something, but shoutouts to Ego Killer Band. We also noticed your very
little bit of Ricky.
very nice comment you left on yesterday's video. We do appreciate your sentiment, man, and your support. Spin B, another channel supporter, is in here saying Merman. Yes, Merman.
It's a merman.
Let's see.
That's
finally,
another Zoolander.
RK says, not only have we not made a higher high on BTC, it's also made a lower low on yesterday's daily. Yeah, it doesn't look too great, but we're still holding 30, guys, so there's something to be positive about. GBU Professor Wally came through with a $10 super chat saying, take the David versus Goliath mentality of Wall Street bets, of retail against the hedge funds, and apply it to crypto, of public against modern monetary theory.
Here we are.
Yeah, I guess in some ways crypto
One day we're going to be calling the shots, guys.
But it doesn't have to be such a dialectic, guys. Crypto can power many things, including, systems underpinned by more modern monetary theory type economics. But we'll get into that another time.
How? I mean, modern monetary theory is like directly related to the ability for sovereign entities to print money, and Bitcoin prevents that.
I maybe need more in terms of having flexible monetary supply that can be expanded and distributed on the fly.
Well, Bitcoin doesn't have an expandable monetary supply.
Maybe not Bitcoin, but the technology itself can certainly power something like that.
Okay,
I know I wouldn't necessarily if if we break away, create our own civilization, guys. We're not going to necessarily power the day-to-day stuff with Bitcoin.
That's like just something Jack thinks about all the time.
I know, he's so scared of space communists.
Break away and start a new civilization.
He's so scared of space communists coming, dude.
We will certainly have to come up with a exit plan, guys, for exiting modern society, and we have outposts ready to go up in Antarctica.
Call Jack contingency.
Antarctica, in the far, far northern tundra, and other places that will be, will be our own.
It should be sunny and balmy in Antarctica pretty soon.
There you go.
We need to make it a completely intolerable and too cold for the communists to ever come reach us. All right, so you guys can stay.
Mean, communism was like really big in Russia, so you're gonna have a hard time with that cold thing.
I have another solution to keep that issue away, but I can't get into that right now.
Oh yeah, like it's.
Well.
Are you writing a book, dude?
Let's not say anymore.
You're starting to sound a little comfy.
Alex is getting a little too close to. All right, so Dark Rico is in here. Shout out to Dark Rico. Tenacious V, nice to see you in here as well. Saying there's no information asymmetry anymore. Let's pump Nicola next. Yeah, Nicola is going to be next on the pump list, I see, it seems. Let's see, who else do we have? JG says, guys, the whole thing is shocking. IFA say, come with us. We say, here's my money. How much will you make me? They say this could be -10 or +5. Yeah, I mean, this is how these guys try to work the market. It's not much different than what we're doing. I mean, if you watch that
it'll look a lot more obvious when we zoom out. We're just right in the middle of it right now, so it seems crazy.
B-Flow is in here. Tomasz Sedlacek is in here. Made my mom buy Ethereum. So glad for her. I hope it increases just to make her money. Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people have done this. I know Jason has done this, had his old man buy Bitcoin a while ago. I know, I think Agency, I hope nobody minds me mentioning them, but Agency, I think, mentioned before that he bought his mom some Bitcoin or some Ethereum or something like that. Yeah, it's a nice gift to maybe give parents or family and tell them to tuck it away for a brighter future. Mr. Ether says, buy a Wall Street Finance token right now. Yes, let's have Wall Street issue a governance token or something. We'll go all in on that. All right, we have Artistent saying ZRX, and I think I've shouted out almost there. Hanjon is in here. Patriot Minded is in here, and that's it. Sean Pond. And I've shouted out officially everyone. Sorry it took so long to get to this point, but
it's a big news day, guys.
Sometimes the intros are a little drawn out. We've shouted everyone out. I'm going to take a quick look at the poll. 17 votes on today's GME Stonk poll. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to our community tab on our channel, guys. I'll drop a link one more time in the live chat. Click this link, go to the poll, and respond. Are you holding GME? Have you partaken in this financial revolution? Or what ostensibly is being billed as one? Not sure if there's any truth to this, but do let us know, guys, how you sit in this whole GME drama. Are you in it? Are you in stocks at all? Or are you a crypto head? Or are you someone that's all in on Dogecoin? Do let us know. All right, that's enough for now. Transitioning over to the other scene. Here we go.
Don't you know a couple of Dogenaires, Alex?
I know a Dogenaire.
Yeah. It must be a good day for him.
Yes.
He's holding on for $1 though. So
yeah,
Doge is the 50x.
Wow. Yeah, so he's gonna have so much money.
you heard it here, guys. We're going to.
He used to mine it, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he was a miner in the early days of Doge.
Yeah, so he's probably got millions of it.
All right, everything is going well, guys. I also mentioned that I had my ISP technician come out and they redid something that between my house and the local hub, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, and the local junction. So I have my ISP taken care of. I have a fan pointed at the modem. It seems like the modem gets hot, and by cooling it, maybe we don't drop out as much. On the other side, I'm also upgrading my internet services. I'm going to have the same speeds, but they're going to send me a different modem. might also address issues, but at the moment everything's good. Knock on wood, life is good. All right, guys, no more delays. Let's get into the charts. Alex, I got you on screen. We're looking at Ethereum Tether US right now.
Hey.
Take it away. I'm gonna go into the live chat, start digging up everyone's requests. See you guys soon.
Hey. Let's zoom out just a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get our baseline back out.
All that time of talking.
Yep. So right now, guys, there is still nothing for us to do on Ethereum. We have snuck back below the daily baseline. We're crossed under here, but we're not below zero, which is kind of what we need to be able to get our initial short signal for Ethereum. So for right now, Ethereum is telling us to stay out while we're below the daily baseline. So we're,
don't long resistance.
If that's your thing, you're probably hedged up, or you're otherwise just sitting flat here on Ethereum. Same story for Bitcoin. We're still under the daily baseline. We have been for quite a while. Today's price action is interesting because we have reclaimed 30K here, but we're still kind of hanging out in the middle of this trading range, right near this point of control. So I don't feel strongly either way. I do feel like we've been hanging down here for a while, and we haven't been able to break 30K. And for that reason, at the end of today, we'll be crossed back up. For that reason, I feel like we could come back up and peg the high here at 30, 38, 39. That could make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe even retest 40K here. I'm not sure. As you can see, we've got this huge trading range of volume, which is basically unretested. Like, we passed through it the once. And now everybody, we've got a lot of people who have shorted here, who who dumped their longs, and they're sitting here and waiting.
I would say they're getting squeezed right now.
I think it might be time for Bitcoin to squeeze people who've gotten a little out of whack here. So what does it mean that Ethereum is looking rough, but Bitcoin could squeeze here? Does that actually mean that we shouldn't worry about Ethereum? Ethereum's just going to keep going? I mean, we did reclaim 1,300. These are very good questions. Let's look around the chart, see if we've got any answers here. Bitcoin dominance, still just chilling here. This is new data. This was not here before. We were looking at Bitcoin dominance that day. That was not there. It's still interesting looking. We are kind of waiting to see if we get a reversal in this spot. We've been waiting for a few days now. We're just kind of trading sideways on Bitcoin dominance.
I'm telling you, dude, when I see that Bitcoin dominance chart, just my gut first thing tells me that everyone thinks that thing can't keep going down.
Yeah, that's what you think?
Like the way I would think is no, there has to be a retracement. There has to be a retracement back up. But I feel like that's one of those charts that could just really look at that. You just came up on resistance again and just wick right back down. It's not anything technical or whatever, but when I look at that chart, I'm like, ooh, it really makes me think that Bitcoin might take people out to the upside here.
Well, yeah, I feel like we could move up a little bit more on Bitcoin dominance, but it could continue here. I think I see what you're saying, yeah. Uniswap tokens, we still have a weekly
half pipe.
Yeah, we still have a weekly sell signal here. Yesterday we started to get a daily, not early exit signal, I guess you could say. It wasn't a short signal or anything, but we're back in the no trade zone right now. But we're still at resistance here. So Uniswap coins, nothing for us to do. Dragon Perp, we opened up a short on this yesterday right here. We're a little underwater on it, but I don't see any reason to drop it here.
That's normal.
Yeah, I think this still looks fine. We're still at resistance. We're still under the point of control. I think this still looks bearish.
I agree. That looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, that does.
That's very good. I know exactly why you stopped talking for a second, because you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, and this one, and
It's
this one.
terrible. Wait, like nope, that looks good, man. That's about to be price discovery.
Yeah, this does look pretty good in this
That
spot.
looks beautiful.
So we'll look at DeFi. We definitely should.
Something's up. We have to.
Yep. Privacy perp still below the daily baseline right here. I don't think we didn't short this or anything. We're just kind of watching and waiting.
Looks like a swing.
Yep. Exchange perp still hanging over support here. We're below the daily baseline, but we don't have any kind of sell signal right here, so there's nothing for us to do. Same for shitcoins. We're hovering right at resistance. Like DeFi, if it makes a new high, then that's good. But this is not encouraging.
Yeah, that looks pretty classic, like head and shoulders breakdown.
I think we did short this. I think we are going to get stopped out of this one.
Mid perp.
Maybe.
Oh, you took a short on. Oh, I see the short though. I see what you mean. I see why you took it, but sometimes you get burned.
Yeah, we got a continuation one here.
Oh.
Boo.
Boo. It really does. It does look like it's growing a middle finger at you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh well.
Hey, bud.
You know, that's poker. That's
trading. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone who says that they're a professional trader and don't lose is an idiot.
I think overall some of this is encouraging. The fact that DeFi and mid perp are breaking above the daily baselines. DeFi made a new high. That's good. It could be leading the rest of the market, and if that's the case, then it's going to kind of inform us what we can expect in the other alt baskets.
And that's kind of the thing too. Here is we've said this over the last 2 weeks that DeFi looks better. Yeah, like it's kind of leading the charge. You can see it in the chart, and you're starting to see it through different DeFi assets right now.
KSM, we don't quite have a continuation signal here. We dipped under too long.
Give that a couple days though.
Yeah.
If it holds support there.
Yeah, AAVE just still going. We don't have a signal we can take. The signal we could have taken was this one right here.
Which would have been beautiful.
Winks, nothing. SWRV. Arguably, we could take a continuation signal at the end of today.
I like that. I think you're getting a perfect ascending triangle, and that's going to be pretty close to 70% of that small pattern. I bet you get your breakout there. That looks good.
Okay, resistance.
Close above there.
Let's see. Yep, let's see if we can hold it. But this is potentially a continuation signal here. Let's put this back on auto. All right.
Sushi.
I would classify this. Yeah, I would classify this as still at resistance, but it is very suggestive.
I like that chart a lot. Good thing I still got my gas station sushi.
Yep, serum, I'm not feeling. This one feels like we are still at resistance. See, we break down, and then now we're trapped under this volume right here.
We should have made that a meme. We could have pumped it, like pump the serum.
It
like to take care of the C word that we never say. The whole pandemic thing.
Oh, okay.
Pump the serum.
I don't think people would get it.
I know, but here's the thing: I'd buy it. That's all that matters.
You heard it here, guys. Go all in on Antidote Coin.
Antidote Coin.
Yep, banned here. I think this looks rough. We're still under the daily baseline. Sol is in the no trade zone, but
that's just one that's not going to give you a good signal.
Yeah, look at this. We've been riding this for like a week now. So
you've been stuck in the Keltner channel, and that rarely happens. So
yeah, I'm not interested in that. Meta here. This feels like we're at resistance too. We pumped a little bit today, but
that looks like a 3-bar reversal, though. You just need a higher high.
Yeah, we would need a higher high. This is the reversal he's talking about. So we come down here, we retest the previous high. 3 days, we just can't break through it.
Boom.
And then we test today.
Yeah, that's just testing support, see if it's there, and giving it the spring to really take off.
Link has potential here. This is like Link is a little bit like Meta, wherein I want to see, we've had like 3 or 4 days of pullback here, and I really need to see a new high before I feel confident in taking a continuation trade here. We've already had a few weeks of pumping, and without a new high, this is just like a retest.
That's a swing failure without a new high, guys. You need to have that evidence of a break. Otherwise, you're probably going to get burned.
AVAX is beginning to come underneath the daily baseline. Right now, we're still in the no trade zone. Nothing to do here. The thing that gives me pause would be how we're kind of reset here on the time transformation. We're already back near zero.
We're lobster
We
clawing.
need to get a cross up and continuation here, but we've got to break a trend.
Man, look at that trend, though.
Yeah.
Very
This trend is
sexy.
broken. We're trading sideways out of it. We're still underneath resistance, and we're inside of the baseline. So for right now, AVAX off the table. Not interested in it. Kind of similar story on Curve, where we need a new high. Because right now we're just stuck inside of this consolidation area.
And I think
new
that's going to
high,
be a tight little range, yeah.
Yeah, a new high, however, would take us into this low volume node, and we'd probably end up near $4 at that point. RUNE looks ripe for continuation. I think it's just going to keep going.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I
I ruined the day. Yeah, put that on the list.
Yeah, let's see if we can crawl into this later today. Let's see if there's some sort of entry signal I can finagle.
I mean, with intraday volatility, you're likely best just to wait till the close, and it'll close a little bit lower and give you that entry. Doing it now, I think, would be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. TOMO, I'm not seeing it. Still stuck below resistance. Yeah, this is all the resistance overhead. We got all this. What are you doing? Damn it. Okay, all this resistance overhead. We got the baseline overhead. We got this. We got this previous high and stuff. I'm not interested in it right now. Maybe if we pulled back to here, that'd be a great low-risk entry. Otherwise, I would want to buy above here. Give me more confidence in the trade.
Would respect the pump.
Yep. Gotta respect that. Rep, I'm just not seeing anything.
Well, I see some good bullish divergence there.
It's all right. But here we are below the daily baseline.
And yeah, you need a little bit more evidence there because that could easily break down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you do have some good bullish divergence.
REN is interesting here by virtue of having retested the previous high as support. If it holds it, if it gets back above the daily baseline, then I think it could be good. But for right now, this is actually telling us that we should maybe consider shorting it. We're below zero. WAD is firing below the daily baseline. The only thing is at the end of today, we'll be crossed back up, which would mean no on the short. But
everything else would be there, yeah.
If we close down, then we're just going to get the short signal on REN. So definitely a no on REN. ZRX, this is a continuation signal. Can we take this? I don't know. We'll find out.
That's looking good.
Yeah, this looks really beautiful here.
Yep.
Maker looks like dog crap. Continuation short signal below daily baseline. Hell, maybe I'll take it later today. We'll see. KNC, you would think it would be stronger here, but it's not. Now we're below the daily baseline. We're retesting it from below. I don't see anything here for us to do on KNC. FYII, below the daily baseline. No short signal to take, but nothing to do. Yiffy is below the daily baseline, but will be crossed up at the end of the day. Nothing for us to do here. Maybe we'll score a bounce in this spot. That would be nice for Wi-Fi holders. So resistance, resistance, support, support. Third test to support. Now this really has to hold this time, because if we dip at all, we ain't testing this a fourth time. We're going down. So you can see we're just not making new highs here. We have to move off of this support level if Wi-Fi is going to continue on here. So Uniswap perhaps topping out at $15, maybe finally. I would hate to put a cap on Uniswap. It's kind of dumb here, but we can pull back towards like $11 or $10 and it'd still be pretty healthy.
Yeah, that would still be extremely healthy.
Yeah. Like, let's look at this from a linear perspective. I mean, the trend's all the way back here. We can come back down, come retest $10, right?
For sure.
And then also $7.
And look how like perfectly like the baseline is like at a 45-degree angle, man. That's like unsustainable for a really long period of time. So a pullback here down to that, at least to the baseline, would be absolutely healthy.
Tell you what, why don't we go ahead and look at chart requests? It's 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right, give me a sec to pull some of that.
Oh, synthetics made a new high today, or is it going to make a new high? Or it's very interesting looking on synthetics, but we're still at resistance. If we close above here, I would just hop in. We're probably going to continue faked out all these people. Comp 2 is very similar.
Ooh, is that the new? That already got its high. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, just barely.
Yeah, we're at resistance. We can't take this right now, but if we close above this level, then I'll take it. We got to close above 260.
Come to my window.
But I mean, we probably will. Look how many times we've tested this area, but
yeah,
we need the confirmation. We gotta have it. We gotta have that break. We gotta hold it.
you know you're never gonna get it.
All right, let's get into a few requests, guys. Yes, it's 2 o'clock. Perfect opportunity to segue into the request on today's queue list. Let's see here. First one comes from Zach Coma in the live chat. Please check out EOS USD on the 12-hour, he says.
Let me guess. Big giant buyback. Nice.
I'm not yet interested in this because we're just hanging out at the point of control.
Yep, it's a big old green candle.
Red line is where the most volume has been transacted at this price. As you can see, price loves to come back and retest point of controls. It comes back, go through it again, hang around, all loving up on point of control. It's like, oh,
all loving up on.
Oh, let me some point of control.
Let me get close to you.
Yeah, exactly. So this kind of feels like we could just be retesting it from below. I'm not sold on it, especially because I know you said 12-hour, but on the daily, still below the daily baseline.
Yeah, on the daily, that would look like just a baseline bounce.
Yeah.
If anything, it'd be a shorting opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And on the 12-hour, we're just not above 0 yet on our oscillator to be able to take that signal. What's the Bitcoin pairing doing? Maybe that'll help inform us. I think this was a spring.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we talked about this when it was in like the beginning of this. Like that is a spring, man. Look at it.
Cool.
Like we called that live on stream when it was in those lows. So, like, right. I wish we could quickly switch back to that, but I know we talked about that specifically. We even pulled up the white coffee and chart.
EOS feels really strong here on the EOS Bitcoin pairing. I like how sellers are already starting to peter out here as they're selling off this this pump from earlier today. We don't have a signal yet on EOS. It could still trade sideways for another week or two before we get a pump. So I want confirmation. But if you're asking me, like, because you think EOS might be bottomed out here, it might be bottomed out here. If you think about it, if you think about EOS USDT from like a big weekly perspective, this is actually quite a long basing period that we have had. We've been starting to base for since March of last year. We haven't moved really. We haven't had much of an alt season. So this is, we've been basing here at this same point of control for almost a year now. And if we look a little farther back and we count this, then it's been almost 2 years. It's been a year and a half.
Pretty good basing period. And that's what we discussed before, that this looks like it has a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of support there that hasn't broken.
Yeah, but like, fine. You bought EOS over here at like $2. You're like, that's it. It's taken off. Like, if you're still waiting for the moon, you're still holding. So I'm not looking to hold EOS for 2 years while it trades sideways, and I don't think
opportunity cost.
Yeah, but we could be getting there soon. Like, because on the weeklies, you see, we're just where's our bearish momentum, right? We're just
a lot of price absorption.
This level. Exactly, a lot of price absorption this level. If we get a good, strong weekly signal, I say take it. I say EOS has real potential, but it might not be anytime soon. So we want the confirmation. We want confirmation first.
And one of the reasons why it's so important to zoom out, especially when you trade lower time frames, because you can really talk yourself into it. This feels like it. This is it. This is it. And then you go look at the weekly after you took the position, and you're like, oh, I'm an idiot. This doesn't even look like it's even close. Like, it's always important to zoom out.
Yeah, what if we test like $1.90 one more time? I mean, we've tested it once, twice, so just one more time before we move on.
3 times a lady.
Yep. It's the old 2-year long triple bottom.
The old.
What's next?
All right, thank you for the EOS request. Someone remind me to long EOS when our analysts finally post the epic EOS log signal breakout that I've been waiting for.
I'll be catching it first. I'll be catching it first because I have a much more sensitive system than Alex runs.
All right, Jason, make sure you remind me because I got a bag of EOS I should long after years of it just sitting here bleeding out. Well, maybe just trading sideways from the, I don't want to call it complete bleed out. It's been sideways. It's becoming more of a stable coin than XRP is. How about that? All right, let's get into the next request. Thank you to Zach Coma in the live chat. All right, this next one is Crypto Bull requesting, can we add silver to the list too, please? Yeah, Crypto Bull, you're second up on today's request.
Hey, UG.
Let's quickly diverge into silver.
Get precious metals in general.
let's just go through precious metals. It's been a little bit. It's an interesting day in the market. Let's see how things are being affected.
All right. We currently have an open short on gold, which is out.
Yeah, good, because that looks terrible.
Yes. I think we're still waiting on take profit one. What's our take profit one at? 1822. Our low today was 1834. Yeah, we're still waiting on it, but we're in profit. If you ask me, gold is looking really weak here. Let's look at it on the weekly. Yeah. Here we are. We're back inside of this descending channel. We faked out here the other week. We scored a small short. We came back up. We hit break even. We're back in another short. I really think we're going to see $1,700 for gold before we see this. Before we see this downtrend.
Looking at that, like, I agree completely.
I really want to see gold come down to this level right here. So, as far as silver, much stronger looking. Especially today. It's had a really big day. That's interesting. Silver and gold diverge so much. We're still at resistance. We have been trapped at this level of resistance. So for 2 months now, we're still below it. I don't want to buy here yet. But man, we are so close to a long signal. If we're back above the daily baseline, we're already above zero. We're already going to be crossed up again today. We just need a little bit of water momentum, and we'll be there for a long signal on silver. So, we're not there yet. I want a little bit more confirmation, but I see what you see. Silver is strong here, stronger than the other precious metals. Palladium recovering a little bit here, but I think palladium is looking super weak. It's very, very wilted looking, don't you think? So I think we're going to see palladium come back and retest 2150, maybe even the $1,900 area, which I would really love to see the $1,900 area retest. As you can see, this is where buyers really are. But we come back down here, buyers catch it, and then they take it all the way back up to above $2,000.
I mean, just think about how many times in your life you've looked at a chart. Go back to that last one. You were just, sorry. Sorry, I'm looking at the YouTube one and I know it lags. Ah, damn it. The one that looked like a straight square. I think you were looking at Palladium, possibly.
What, Zag?
No, I thought it was Palladium. Never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong video. I was just gonna say, how many times in your life have you seen a chart that just went straight square up, like that thing looks like it's gonna break down? But
Oh, you mean silver?
nope.
You're not helping me, Jason.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was watching the live stream and it lagged, so I was talking about the wrong chart, and you were already past it.
Oh, okay.
So
all right,
just
guys. Anyway, palladium and gold look shorty.
Yep.
Silver looks longy. And platinum, we're getting a weekly sell signal on this. I think it might be time to exit the doors on platinum just a little bit. As you can see, we had a blow off top last week. Now we're trading down. We're getting a sell signal. I think it's time to head for the doors. On the daily, yeah, we're below the daily baseline. And we got, yesterday, we started to get a short signal. We were below the qualifying line. We might be able to take it today. We'll see. So our qualifying line, we got to get back above here. So yeah, I think overall precious metals look pretty weak. Silver may be strong, but maybe the best thing is just to avoid precious metals altogether.
Yeah, they look really weak here.
What's next?
All right, thank you, Alex, for the PM overview. Let's move into the next request. We got quite a few left to do today, so let's start moving quickly. Tech engine requests, Tron USDT, BAT USDT. Let's take a quick look at Tron first.
All right. Nothing for us to do on the daily. We're here below the daily baseline and hanging out at the local point of control.
Seems to be building support there, though.
Potentially. I worry about the weekly here. As you can see, we've crossed under the weekly baseline, and we've just been trading here at resistance since July of last year, essentially. Haven't been able to make it above 3.5 cents. I really feel like we could see a pullback towards 2 cents here.
Yeah, right now there's nothing to do.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing for us to do right now on Tron, and I would be hesitant to suggest that there's going to be more bullish times ahead of us. So, perhaps if we make it above 3.5 cents on the weekly, that would be a really good sign. But we haven't done that in over a year, so we'll see. We'll see. But I definitely don't want to buy this resistance area. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. let's buy some. Let's buy risk.
Something obvious. Let's buy something that looks like Uni.
Yeah, something obvious.
Or AAVE. AAVE, obviously.
Obviously, gentlemen.
It's kind of hard to say.
All right, next one was BAT. If you're wondering what to do next.
Basic attention. Ooh. Oh, rampy. I might get a continuation soon on the weekly.
Yeah. I think, at the very least, I'd like to see it swing up towards this high one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'm looking to dump the position in this spot.
There's a nice high volume node up there, right in the middle of that range.
Yeah. Yep. Although we did already tap into it once, twice, but
3 times a lady.
Yeah, for now, I think basic attention token looks bullish. We don't have a buy signal right now. If you're looking to get in, then you're gonna have to wait for that signal. But if you're still in, you can ignore the sell signal right now and stay a little bit longer. At least try and grab a retest of 36 cents, if not maybe 40. Yeah. Right. I think that's all I gotta say for right now. Yep.
That's Tron and BAT token, folks. Let's get into the next request. We've got about 45 minutes left to the show and a decent amount of requests queued up. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's do, there's tons of chatter concerning Doge. Let's take a quick look at Doge.
It keeps pressing up. This might be so hype driven that it might just keep cruising for a couple days, man.
JG channel support and live
but it's
chat
not a good
says
decision.
Doge is making Doge is making
gambling.
a break for it, boys. And Zathao in the live chat says
it's going to be fun to watch.
Doge is taking off again.
Well, this is a great example of a long time basing period on Doge Bitcoin here.
And then a spring all in one candle.
Yeah, this is they really pushed out anybody who was a doubter here.
Yeah.
It's 6 months, we just straight downwards. I would definitely say that there's really nothing to do here on Doge. If you're still in it, fantastic, congratulations.
Take a little bit of profit.
Yeah. If you're not in it, you guys know my feelings about buying giant green candles. I don't do it.
Nope. It's impressive to see.
And we don't even have any resistance or anything. We can be like, oh, it's a new breaker resistance that we can take. It's
Dude,
not.
It's clearly in price discovery. Look at the weekly, for God's sakes.
Yeah. I would wait for some sort of large-scale pullback on Doge and then go in. I don't know what that will look like. I don't know when it will happen. But there will be one. And like Jason said, now that's in price discovery, I imagine it will probably make some new highs going forward for a little while.
You know, with all this hype that's going around, like if you have some, great, hang on to it, take some profit along the way, but don't get involved in this right now, because if you're trying to make money off of this, that's what it's designed to do, is take your money. So just stay away from it. It will be a hell of a one to ride, though, because I mean, who doesn't have their own little big bags of things? So I think a lot of coins are going to start doing this.
Every Doge has its day. Am I right, guys?
Every Doge. It's a Doge eat Doge world out there.
Indeed it is. All right.
We got the jokes, people.
Let's hop into the next request. This one comes from Row C7 in the live chat. HBAR, please. Hedera hash.
I haven't heard the old Hedera in a while.
Supposed to be the next link. What happened? You're supposed to be the chosen one.
Chosen one. Doesn't look bad there though.
It doesn't look great.
It's coming up on resistance. It's like the rest of them. You need the break first, but
yeah, I would classify this as still hanging out at resistance. We have all this resistance still above us. We just kind of came back up and reclaimed the point of control, which you can see here on the hourly. It's point of control. Broke down, came back up, and retouched it. Just nothing for us to do here right now. Nope, we won't even get a buy signal at the end of today. We've got negative momentum right now. Yeah, there's just I would stay out of it for right now until we get something more clear.
Yeah.
That's HBAR. That's HBAR. Let's keep it rolling, guys. We've got quite a few requests that I got to knock out today. This one comes from Jose Alves. DUSK and OGN USDT pairings, please. Let's look at DUSK first.
Oh, I recognize those. Those are trades of ours.
Oh, we're currently in some of these.
Oh, I think we exited those. I think both DUSK and OGN or ONG we exited. Yeah, we got pushed out of our trade here. It crossed up and we took the long, and then it crossed back under and exited it, and now it's back up, but it's not crossed up. This just, if you ask me right now, it's just having been in this earlier in this week, this is just way too fucking volatile right now. Taking position on.
It's already chopped you up enough, man. Walk away from it. Don't look at that chart for a couple of days.
I'm not looking to take another chart trade this week, but for what it's worth, even though we're above the daily baseline, we've got negative momentum. We're not crossed up yet. There's nothing to do here on DUSK right now.
Yeah, never revenge trade, because it really feels like sometimes a chart's like doing the exact opposite on you on purpose, and you're like, you son of a bitch.
Maybe he misspelt that, but it says OGN on my screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OGN. Origin, yes, so it must have been Origin for sure.
And here we hit take profit 1, got stopped out at break even, and now I would classify us as still at resistance. So yeah, I'm not interested in taking this. And we've got a sell signal right now. We're not crossed up. There's nothing to do here on Origin. So what's next?
All right, butting up against resistance. Let's keep moving along. Here we go. Zach Coma says XRP USD seems to be breaking the trend line on the 4-hour. What do you guys think? XRP breaking the trend line?
What's XRP?
That's that Ripple coin. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, is it trying to make waves again?
Big waves.
On the 1 hour, I would say you're trapped under resistance. So the 4 hour, you have to be coming right up on it. Yeah, you're coming right up on resistance. There's no broken trend here.
Maybe there's some way to draw out where there's a broken trend. Let's give him benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't say broken. Testing, possibly, but...
Yeah, man, we just don't have a broken trend. It could just be wishful thinking.
Roll it back on.
There's an argument to be made where we had a descending triangle we broke down here. We're retesting it now. We're just going to keep going down.
Yeah.
You could draw it that way.
I think you're trapped under resistance right now.
Yeah, dude. Guys, stay away from XRP for now. Gosh.
They can't do it, Alex. Tell us how.
You guys are like a kid who keeps sticking a key in an electrical socket. I mean, every time we're gonna have to have this conversation, folks. Yeah, we don't have anything yet.
I gotta keep the breakers off.
Yep, an argument to be made. We'll get a continuation signal here, but it's not one that I would take while we're still inside of this pattern, whatever it is, whether it's descending or whether it's whether it's descending wedge or descending triangle. But yeah, for right now. For right now, XRP is just not doing much. This is the Bitcoin pairing. As you can see, looks like we might retest the lows in this area. I mean, it's not nothing.
Not for nothing.
Yeah. I think I would like to see the Bitcoin pairing a little stronger before I committed to XRP, especially because other alts, they have better looking Bitcoin pairings, right?
That looks terrible. Like, look at the white noise in there. Like, it hasn't even tested that other low again. Like, I don't like that. Like, and that's a lot of price. Like,
well, let's move on. For now, there's just nothing to do with XRP. I would wait for a whole lot more confirmation. I guess it's not like I think XRP is never going to go up again, but keep in mind we just had like a 300% pump, like not a couple months ago, and then we crashed down to this level. So it might not be right away. How long was it before when XRP had a pump and then it just kept going down for like 2 years straight? It can happen. It can happen. So
it happens more often than not. So it surprises me that people think that the opposite's going to happen more often.
All right, let's keep it rolling, guys. We've got a little under 40 minutes left in the show. Let's keep this ball rolling. I'm going to highlight a couple comments that came in the last few minutes. Ryan O'Malley in the live chat was asking, "What's the deal with Doge? What brought? Could we see this coming? What news brought this up?
It's a meme coin, guys."
Like, I read earlier in the live chat somebody said that what's his name, Soulja Boy of rap music.
Ever like, you know what? As far as I can tell, there's no fundamental news story.
Oh god.
Cases where it does not matter why.
You guys really overestimate Soulja Boy's influence.
Yes, Soulja Boy is a serious influencer. I think he's very big with like the 18 to 25 crowd.
Soulja Boy,
he's a real Renaissance man. He's a man of
he's no rubber band man. That's
fine
for sure.
Culture of a certain. He's certainly a man of art and culture, and he has a following. And clearly, when he dabbled into crypto, he told his followers, "We're going in on Doge. Everybody get themselves some Doggy coin." Apparently,
well, it happened on TikTok too, didn't it?
I'm guessing it was TikTok. So that's
TikTok was Doge did it last time for. With TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to communicate with the masses, you got to get onto the TikToks, onto the Instagrams, guys. They're going to leave boomers behind. Pretty soon, we're going to be getting our financial advice. You guys better go.
Speaking of which, go over to my Twitter, guys. I'm trying to get back into it, but it's hard if no one even cares about what you're posting.
Yeah, drop your Twitter link in the live chat, Jason, and people.
I post live signals and stuff to keep you guys informed, so. Even if you're not part of the premium group.
Anybody wondering why Doge popped? I don't know. I heard, like I said,
Because more people are buying it than selling it.
I think we're in the era of meme coins. Clearly the meme coins are coming online right now, and when the likes of Soulja Boy shout you
Requiem
out,
of a meme.
it's as good as Elon Musk giving his seal of approval. So don't sleep on the Pop Smokes, the Soulja Boys, and the 21 Savages and all that of the world. These
2
guys
Chainz.
are expert economists. All right, let's keep moving along, gentlemen. This next request is not quite a request, just a question. Patriot Minded asks, does Elastos have a future? Totally off subject. You guys know anything about Elastos?
I know.
I don't, but the answer is probably not.
Yep, hard to say. Most of these coins are likely going to go the way of the .com boom, the pets.com. Not everything's going to be meant to last, but we can't really give you too much of an educated opinion on Elastos because personally none of us seem to know much on Elastos, but maybe we'll take a look at ELA at another time. Next request comes from B-Flow. B-Flow says, Monero, let the rhythm take you over, Monero, de te quiero
Wow, you dude, it's Monero.
Te quiero. Yeah, you guys.
Let the rhythm take you over, Monero.
That's what I attempted to do. Thank you, Jason, for bringing the real Enrique. Is that Enrique? Who did that
By
song?
Monero. Yeah, that's a little bit of just a little bit of Ricky.
All right, so that's Ricky. What Ricky Martin?
Monero.
Ricky
Yeah, it's
Iglesias?
Ricky Martin.
Okay, so
I don't know. Yeah, it's Ricky Martin, I believe.
All right.
I just thought that was brilliant.
If the live
dude.
chat knows who does that one, then let me know.
Monero. I'm gonna get a hold of Little Bubble on that one.
Okay, Monero it is.
Monero, all right.
Oh, he's like, what? You guys are actually talking about Monero?
Oh, remember when I drew this 3 weeks ago, guys?
Oh God, it's perfect. What is that? It's not even straight. Like it's just like a shitty line.
It wasn't supposed to be straight, dude. It's wavy, like Price.
Well, you nailed it. It's like building a prison around it.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you went back in time, though.
Yeah. Monero, still nothing for us to do here. We're kind of breaking down from this point of control.
Team Rocket strikes again.
And XMR USDT, I know we said it was bearish last time we looked at it. And here we are. So we really broke down from this point of control right here. Below the daily baseline. Here we are below the weekly baseline. Broke this weekly trend. I say get out. I say get to the dollar.
Come on, we got to do it, right?
Get to the dollar.
Get to the dollar. Oh, what are you doing? No, Dogecoin rule the day, California.
Get that to the dollar.
Get to the dollar.
All
right. Uncle.
Get out of Monero. GBTC Trust will not save you.
I think there's a good chance we can come back up and retest 150, or maybe even 155, because we've got some good support in this area right here. Because we accumulated here a little bit, we broke up, we came back down, and we're in this area. At the very least, I think I'd like to see a retest of 150, but this break of the weekly trend is still incredibly concerning. And for that reason, I'm just, you know what? I would only be interested if we could reclaim this trend again. Even if we ended back up here, I would not be interested. I would expect us to like hang out here for a few weeks and then break down, unless we reclaim this trend. Then
it's
I'm
the end.
Yeah.
All right. You know how we do here, guys. We follow trends.
Pretty good sayings today.
We trade cautiously. So Monero is currently a no-go, but we'll keep our eye on it. I do think Monero has a future, but at the moment, the trend does not look like it's gonna follow through. I have a bit of a pullback here, maybe a big fake out, hard to say, but shout outs to B-Flow, and yes, indeed, te quiero, mucho Monero, te quiero.
Let
the privacy take you over.
Monero. Te quiero.
Okay, we have enough shenanigans for now concerning Monero. Here we go. We had another one for Doge. Right.
We want to do GME and AMC real quick.
Yeah, let's just take a look. See how they're doing.
Let's take a quick look.
What do they got? 2 hours till they close?
I heard, and in fact, somebody just DM'd me on Discord with the latest.
Trading's halted on them though. Most of them.
No, I think I think the trading is up, and just you can't do much. Somebody just DM'd me though on Discord with the latest update in the drama. Apparently, people are being forced out of their positions.
Aha! So now people are gonna actively see that they have this ability. This is gonna piss so many people off because they didn't think that they had this ability.
I see
to
a post
deleverage
here.
you, to take you out. Like, oh, that's funny, dude. That's gonna piss so many people off.
So obviously, I was looking at this a little earlier today. How could I not? We opened today here. We pumped for the first half an hour, and then all the different brokers shut off trading and
down.
AMC and stuff like that. And then they sent price packing. So we made it all the way up to almost $500, and then within the span of an hour, we were below almost $100. We got down to a low of 113. So. We found some support all the way on the I think this is the 0.2618. Here we go. Yeah. So based off of where is that attached? Okay, I think I have done a poor job here. So let me fix this. Best is not good enough.
I had mean parents.
Where is it? Where did price go?
What are you doing, man? I'm telling you, man, Jack, there's going to come out some kind of GameStop news that's like, we invented the time machine or something like that, to where they're like, oh, this explains it. It's no more manipulation.
Yeah, I am unsure exactly of what we're going to do here, but essentially, I don't like how we're trapped below $250 here. This is really heavy resistance above us right now. We're holding the trend, but I feel like we could just get a pullback over the span of a few days here. It might not even necessarily have to be like a permanent pullback, but it feels a little overextended, a little too volatile, and with trading halted, I don't see where they're going to get the volume.
Mm-hmm. And it's important to remember, this is not the type of volatility you see in stocks that often. So, like, it's gonna behave curiously.
Well, in the market meltdown, I wouldn't be surprised to see all types of insane inflation in the valuation of some of these stocks. Who knows what's going to happen next? All right, guys, we've got less than 30 minutes left in the show. Let's keep moving along. Let's power through these next few. Ryan O'Malley in the live chat requesting 3 of the following. Let me know which ones you want to do, Alex. VGX, the Graph, GRT, and Uniswap token. VGX first? What do you say?
On the merge?
Did we ever figure out what VGX was?
Merge.
No, that's XVG.
That's XVG.
Oh. Are we just doing the dyslexic thing? And do you mean XVG?
Virgin Galactic Holdings, VGX.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. No, my mistake. It's Voyager coin.
Okay. You're killing me. All right.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, it looks like you found yourself a nice stable coin, buddy.
Mm.
Literally, it's held at $1 for like a couple weeks now. I would suggest to you that until we break resistance, I'm not interested in it.
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you guys, most charts say don't do anything.
Yeah, most of the time you shouldn't take a trade on a coin, right? It's not like every day there's a big movement coming up. or at least not in the direction that you want it to. So I think this is saying for us, until we break a new high, I'm just not interested in this, even though we are crossed up here on the Daily Fisher.
Like, I hate like coming in here every day and then most of the time saying, hey guys, there's nothing to do here, but that's the reality of it. Like, you should be trading less than the amount of charts you're looking at, because there's only certain moments that you have the edge.
Guys, if you could just take 6 killer trades a year, wouldn't that do it for you? I mean, like they were banger trades, like they were like 15 or 20% per trade. It's like, okay, I'll live off of 6 trades a year. What, the rest of the time I just like sit on my ass and like look at charts and talk to people? Like, yes, that is what that's life of a professional trader.
You can make that work easy.
Yes, trade less often, do more research, study the charts, and that'll probably serve you better than, hopping into
more
stuff.
Active trading does not lead to more active profits.
Not that you, Voyager coin person, are what I'm saying is or someone who is trading too often, but this is one you should stay out of.
Yeah, I'm just talking about charts in general, because I noticed that we do say there's nothing to do here, man. But it's important to understand that that's actually the case. It should be.
Yep, we don't enter anything but the most high quality, most
something
most
that we backtested, so we know that we have this statistical edge, or at least a little edge.
We curate only the best
around here. If
here.
you're interested in having a statistical edge, be sure to like our video and subscribe.
God, you're getting good at that.
Or check out the premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. If at the end of every night, our analysts narrow down what select trades they want to enter, and they post those all for the premium members to see. You have a complete transparency with our analysts, accounting book going back months, including up to the minute updates. So if you want to follow every move our very successful analysts make in the market, be sure to check out premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. All right, moving along. Okay, so we did Voyager there. Beeflo says, what does Voyager coin do? Does it help you participate in voyeurism? Oh boy, that's deep. The Voyager token.
I love how you read stuff like without realizing he's joking.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ether.
he's such an uncritical reader. He'll be.
Yeah, no. Oh god, it's funny.
I read first, ask questions later.
I know.
Mr. Ether says the Voyager token is a cryptocurrency broker token created by one of the co-founders of Uber and executives of E-Trade. Voyager allows customers to trade 30+ crypto assets using USD. All right, well, I mean, that sounds promising.
I would love to see Jack do that Anchorman thing.
I was just about to quote it, literally. I was just about to quote Anchorman, where he's just like, and fuck you, San Diego. Go fuck yourself. I think that was a good show, everyone. It went very well. When Ron Burgundy just reads the teleprompter, like he doesn't actually read it, he just reads it aloud.
All right, Anchorman will be added to the CC movie night watch list. All right, continuing along, he also requested GRT and Uni. Let's quickly look at the graph and Uniswap.
The graph token. I made quite a few little gains off of graph, man. It's pretty volatile when it first came out.
I would suggest that there is probably nothing to do in this moment.
Ooh, come on, price discovery, though. I want to see it. Just need more power.
There's just still so much volume here in the middle that we haven't made a new point of control up in this area. I'm just kind of not sure what to do here on GRT. I feel like if we had a daily baseline, we'd be above it. We'd probably be getting almost a continuation signal today. It's just kind of hard to be excited here while we're still at resistance. Let's see if we've got a trend we broken or anything. We're probably breaking it. We're almost there. Tell you what, it looks like we have not quite broken this trend yet. If we do break this downtrend and we're able to pick up from this, then I think we could have something, even if we're just not quite there on the daily.
So you're saying that it would be great. Grab token. Sorry.
Yes, it would be
swing and a miss.
It would be Gert.
You miss all the shots.
Yeah, I would just say right now we're at resistance. Don't do anything with GRT. If we can break this pattern or make a new high or both, then it'll be pretty interesting. And then you could at least take it up to like 75 cents, I would imagine. Which would be a not insignificant move. Let's say like that.
He's a crazy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
Finally, the Uniswap token, but before that, I got a hot tip for Jason. Check out premium.crackingcomedy.com for Jason.
There we go. You guys want to know how Jack broke my heart a little bit yesterday? Someone mentioned in the chat that they've never seen a crypto comedy channel before, and I'm like, well, that might be a good idea. And I'm like, and then Jack's only response to me was like, well, you'd have to be good at trading and funny, so I don't know. What a prick.
Wow. That's ice cold.
Because here's the thing. He knows I'm good at trading.
I
thought it was funny.
Uniswap here, weak. We've broken the uptrend as shown. See, here we are. We're holding it. We're holding it. We're holding it. Holding it. Break below.
We're slipping. Crying.
Yeah, we're below the. Yeah, we're below that 3-hour baseline too. Below the 4-hour baseline. I would suggest to you that most likely Uniswap is going to have a small pullback here, maybe just to like $12, $11, $10. I don't see longing from here. Now that we broke this trend. What's next?
All right. Thank you to Ryan O'Malley for all the requests. Got quite a few left to do. Let's see if we can power through these last few. JG says majors are down today after a good start. AAVE and Link both dumped a bit. We looked at AAVE. Quick look at Link, shall we?
Oh, that's right, because you own Link. I hear you. It's like this guy didn't ask for Link. Oh, Jack has Link. Link, Bitcoin. We are still at resistance, guys. So we're not really able to take out this resistance right here. Not able to reclaim this trend line. Back below the 12-hour baseline. Still above the daily baseline. I would suggest to you that this is also showing signs of some weakness here at resistance. We're more likely to get a pullback on Link here. And Link USDT. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I admit, I like that we're getting bounces off of this level, but I don't like how we're still at resistance. We're still below this volume here. And with the way the Bitcoin pairing is looking, it's just a little dicey. I want more. Maybe just another day or two of positive bullish action would give us that. Give us the new high, give us a continuation signal, tell us to go. We just don't have it yet.
And here's the thing. Even when you do get your continuation signals, anyone that takes any kind of oscillating signals like continuation signals, there's usually drawdown anyways. Like when you take the signal and then it pulls back and then gives you that evidence of price absorption, closes back above the baseline, you could just wait another day and get that price action, then take it. You don't need to take it right now. You just need more evidence because this looks like you very well could be longing resistance.
I'm waiting on you, Jack.
All right, my apologies, guys. Let's keep rolling. Next one is Cheeseburger for Vic Stacking Slaw in the lecture.
It is?
Yes,
Did you just speak a different language? Cheeseburger for stack chicken? What?
Stacking Slaw is his name. So.
Oh my god!
Yeah, baby, Cheeseburger coming in for the win.
It's gone. Oh my god!
Cheeseburger, the Cheeseburglar.
Why didn't you ask us about this 3 days ago, huh?
We talked about this a little while ago.
3 days ago, yeah. We needed a break of this level. Essentially, we needed to break back.
Man, Crypto Bull, if you can find out when the last time we talked about that was, pretty simply, I think I did talk about this taking off.
Yeah, it's just gone.
But
Here,
silly, yeah.
as you can see, we're well above this weekly high.
What is
you could try and sneak back in towards this level right here. That's your best hope.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I would just let it go.
Do you know what any of these kind of food coins do? Like,
Well, this is not even cheeseburger. It's Swiss Borg. It's called
oh,
cheeseburger.
it's just because of the symbol. Cheeseburger. Swiss Borg.
I mean, W Crest is wrapped Cresco fin, but I call it watercress.
I mean, that's one of my favorite cheeses out there. So shout outs to Swiss Borg
Swiss
over
cheese?
there.
I feel like there's a
No,
hole
Swiss
in it.
Borg. Get yourself ahead of Swiss Borg at your local deli. Let's take a look here. I mean, we've done CHSB, I suppose, because we got another one ready to go. Still completing our cheeseburger analysis.
No, it's done.
Okay, brilliant. Bruno Martins in the live chat says, Stellar looking good, just bought some on the dip. I think we did Stellar earlier, did we not?
Nope.
Or
I don't think we did.
Stellar it is then.
Nothing to do yet.
It's getting there. I like how buyers are starting to step in this spot. Right now, we're still below resistance, and we're still below, I mean, all the resistances. So I'm not interested in it yet, but we could get a decent reversal in this spot. I think whatever happens to Bitcoin is going to what happens to these
A lot of
alts.
these. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of just sitting here patiently, because I need the market, because we're coming to a very pivotal moment in the market here to where I think it's going to be volatile in either direction that it chooses. So I'd rather have as many things either hedged or just not risked on the market, because if it dips, it's a great buying opportunity. But if it takes off to the upside, there's going to be time for a pullback. Like these things don't just go to 100 and stay at 100.
What's next?
All right, good pace. Let's keep it rolling. Only a few left now. Next one comes from Lucas Bagard. Could you please take a look at MATIC?
Monero. Let the music take you over, Monero.
Well, I think the daily looks a little bit weak here. But I wouldn't expect it to like come all the way back down here. I'll probably just retest maybe 115 sats. Come on.
Between everything that you do, Jack, you still you still found the time to find the small emojis.
Yeah, we're just a little too overextended here on MATIC. We made a new all-time high yesterday, so I expect we'll probably keep making new all-time highs. That's generally how it goes with assets. As you can see, this is our weekly. We're below the weekly close here. That is a little concerning, but we've got a few more days to close above it. So for now, I would suggest that this is relatively strong, but I would only keep holding if I were in it. I would not buy this resistance unless we like closed a new high and held it. Does that make sense?
It does indeed.
As per usual, guys, we want that full confirmation, because buying here and then having it just continue to pull back all the way down here will destroy your soul.
It's
like, where do I exit? Where do I exit? I mean, my stop is like back down here or whatever. So
that's when Stockholm syndrome sets in, and then it starts becoming your friend. Like, oh, it'll come back.
Yep, you're gonna end up a long-term community bag holder. So we want to close a new high or some other sort of confirmation before we get in. But it looks pretty good, I think. Now that we made this new all-time high yesterday.
All right, welcome home to your new MATIC community, guys. You heard it, fellow MATIC bag holders. Let's keep the ball rolling into the next request. Is there any interesting comments that came through here? I think I got something. No, let's keep it rolling, guys. I got a few requests still left to do. Jezzacoin in the live chat asks, what are your thoughts on Seller Network? I think Justin did an interview with the founder one time. I've been buying small bits ever since, here and there, starting to go on a run. What do you think? Yeah, let's check out Seller.
It does look like it's going to go on a run here. This is a new high today. If we close it.
Yep. Beauty. She's a beauty. Yeah. She Clark.
I think it'll still keep running. I would at least take it up to like 15 cents or 14 cents, 1.4 cents. However many cents this is what I'm saying.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It looks good. It looks good.
All right, taking it up to at least 1.4 cents.
Yeah.
Congrats to Jezzacoin. Hope you averaged in at a good price and ready to reap the rewards of the great alt cycle that we're currently in. For the next one?
Yep.
All right, 10 minutes or so left in the show. Going to try and get through these last few, everyone. Thank you for everyone who stood by this long for the request. This one comes from JG in the live chat, channel supporter, SXP, guys. I think we looked at synthetics right at the beginning, didn't we?
SXP is swipe, I think.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that was SNX, wasn't it? Synthetic.
Mm-hmm. This is a new high. This is something that I would consider to be strong.
I'm gonna have Monero stuck in my head all day.
Yep. So we break this high, we break this high. So we got resistances here broken. We hold it today. I think this is a signal you could consider taking today. I can see a lot of strength.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that this one actually might be a little bit better because the ones that you're seeing today break the new high are likely to do the same kind of indecision candle tomorrow, and this one might actually be a front runner. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people are wanting to take the ones that are hitting the higher high today. There's a likelihood that they might stall out for a little bit. Like this one, if you took it yesterday, you'd be kind of at break even right now. But I think that this might be a good entry today.
Well, it's on the watch list. We'll take a look at it. But yeah, I think Swipe is really bullish looking here.
All right, shout out to GG. Swipe looking good. Next one comes from Tamir7VIP. Can we take a look at Luna, please?
873210 Luna.
Ooh, look at it go.
Mm-hmm. The old 3-bar play.
I feel like you asked me about Luna yesterday, and I said there was nothing to do, and there is still nothing to do today. Except maybe take profits. This is a level I would take profits at. This is pretty significant resistance. Other than that, there is nothing to do. It's certainly too late to enter.
Short it.
What's next?
All right, thank you for the Luna request, Tamir. Let's keep it moving. Peckham 08. Can we look at MASQ? MASQ. This is a Mark Cuban linked firm. Something going on over at MASQ. Let's take a look.
Well,
I mean, I don't really see anything, man. My indicators don't work on this on this filthy illiquid price action. So
filthy.
Yes, I don't know what's going on with the liquidity on this chart, but it's super ugly. And TradingView does not seem to have another source, so I cannot help you.
All right, let's skip the MASQ. Mark Cuban, I should have known not to go with that. Let's keep it moving. Boris Bitcoin, Sushi, and
Shout out to Mark
Kusama.
Cuban.
If you guys haven't taken a look, haven't looked at Kusama or Sushi yet. Let's do those.
Sushi.
I did both of them when I went through all the DeFi earlier today.
Did you look at one inch?
I don't think I looked at 1 inch.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to look at today. People are going to be really pissed off if we begin to sell off.
So Kusama is it's making a new high. If it can hold a new high, it's good. If it closes below there, it's not good. You know the drill. Don't buy resistance. Yep, and
pull out my big 1 inch.
Yeah, 1 inch is good. Not really a continuation signal that we can take here, but now that we've held this previous daily high, I expect one, it should just keep going here.
Rising momentum as well, and price discovery. Everything's pointing to up right there.
Mm-hmm. Throw trend-based fib extension on it.
I think about $6.40. That's what I would look for resistance.
Well, roughly 430.
I think it breaks right through that first one.
Well, it will really depend on the bullishness of the rest of the markets, but I mean, I certainly wouldn't be shocked.
Yep. This will be interesting to watch. I'm going to keep an eye on this for the next few days. I got myself some 1-inch. Crank a couple Ethereum out of it.
What is next? We've got 4 minutes.
All right, let's power through these last few requests. In fact, there's only 4 left here. I'm going to name them all. You tell me which ones you want to look at, Alex. This first one's from Cheesy Business H2O. Nano BTC would be interesting to look at, he says. Drew
We'll make it
Lead.
fast.
Yep, let's do it then.
Looks decent here. From the way I see it, we have a break of resistance. If we can hold it, it's a pretty decent trade. It's not quite a continuation signal because we broke below and now we're back above, so we can't really take it PTP style. But if you took it here after we held the high, I wouldn't call you crazy. What's next?
All right, that was quick. Let's knock out the last few. Thank you to Cheesy Business. Next one is Drew Lee in the live chat. Cardano looking any good right now? Question mark.
Attaboy.
You know, it was looking pretty decent earlier today, but this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I've been afraid of. So you see how we're at resistance, we start to break down, and today we pump up, and then it's just all one big wick, and we're slowly starting to sink back down.
Mm-hmm.
On lower time frames, you can see we just didn't hold it. This is what I'm concerned about on the other alts that are making attempts on their highs that have not made a new high yet. I think we're seeing the same thing here on ADA USDT. As you can see, we break below the trend line, and now we're retesting it and kind of rejecting from it. Yep, I say just stay out of ADA for right now.
Right,
What's
thank you for the Cardano request. Mr. Ether, I see your question. We're going to do that last. Just going to get through these last 2 chart requests. Vidush asking for LRC USDT, and West End Military requesting Atmos. Let's look at Loop Ring first, please.
You guys think belly button rings are going to come back?
Are you saying that they ever fell out of fashion? Because I disagree with the premise.
Well, where's the last time you were hanging out? A mall? Like, you don't see belly button rings anymore like you used to back in the 90s or early 2000s.
Did you only ever see belly button rings at the mall?
Probably, yeah. I was probably at the mall in middle school.
Well, for loop ring here, I would suggest that there's nothing much for us to do. We're still below the daily baseline. We're still inside of this chart pattern. I do like this bottom above 0 on our oscillator. This is something that is bullish looking, but without any sort of confirmation, there's nothing we can really do with this information right here. But this does lead me to believe that we'll probably break up because of this. But we can't do anything yet. So.
All right, that's Loop Ring for you. Final request. I
Pro
promised
says his belly button ring never went out of style.
Yeah.
West End Military Products says he asked this kind of late in the show. He was really thankful if we could cover these so late, but Stellar we did already. He's requesting Atmos and ZRX as well. Can we look at Atmos and ZRX real quick?
What the hell is Atmos? Do you mean Atom?
Atmos?
I wonder if that went to Atom.
Oh, I think he's mixing Atom and Cosmos. Yeah,
maybe that's what it is, a mashup of those two.
I was like, what is Atmos?
Same problem here that we're having with a lot of our coins, which is that we're at resistance right now. It's just another wick up into this resistance area. I like There's a signal we could take as a continuation signal at the end of today. We'll be crossing here, as you can see. That's a continuation signal. We're above the daily baseline. We don't have enough momentum or volatility, but we don't necessarily need it. I think I would be taking this signal if we had closed above the support level, now resistance. While we're below it, we could pull back more, you know? Until we get above the support level. I'm just not interested.
Alright, last one for him was ZRX, and then we're going to move to slowly wrap.
Pretty sure ZRX is flying today. Oh, not quite.
It's not flying, but
It's looking good.
yeah, I would suggest we're probably getting a buy signal today.
It's pretty overextended though.
It is. That's why I didn't take it yesterday. I was hoping we would pull back more today, and I could take the signal.
Yeah.
But we
That's
just
a good
can't.
call. But it still might be the right call. So
Yeah, if you're in ZRX, I would just keep holding on to it. It looks good here.
Mm.
This is something that it has broken resistance. It does have a new high. It is holding it. We're above zero. Watt is good. You know, our system is just such that, you know, because we're above the baseline, or we're above the qualifying line, it's just too overextended for us. But overall, I think ZRX looks bullish here. It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
don't make
ZRX
sense.
making a lot of sense on a Thursday. The club
Memoirs of a Trader.
on a Thursday. Alright, guys. Final one. This one is a little more detailed. It comes from Mr. Ether, and Mr. Ether being a super VIP member around here.
I feel like you're playing your VR while talking. Like,
Am I? What am I doing?
I feel like he chooses Mr. Ether and other important members to do at the end of the show every time, so I can't say no.
yeah, well, he has to.
I strategically placed these requests across. Listen, guys, I know you were requesting H-bar and others.
We did H-bar.
I think we did H-bar, so check the
We did.
timestamps earlier if you missed the H-bar analysis. Watch for the timestamps after the show. But for now, let's get into Mr. Ether's question before we move to wrap. He says, I got back in the long last night on Bitcoin Inverse on Bybit, and I plan to be leveraged 2x after we cross the daily 60 hole, but I'm having trouble with confidence at the moment and plan to close if we come back to 31,500. Am I being foolish here? What are your thoughts, please? So if you need me to repeat that.
Well,
I
first,
can see why you would be bearish. You're taking along below the daily baseline.
yeah. But also, like, I would suggest zooming out as well, because you just told yourself, I plan on going 2x long as soon as we cross the daily, but then you worry if we go back down to 31. Like, just zoom out and watch the daily, man. When it crosses, it crosses. Don't worry about the lower time frame price action. Follow what you're trying to do. You're scaring yourself out of your position.
Sounds like he entered along, maybe a little earlier than he should have, trying to scalp the bottom there.
Well,
but
you should be good then. Like, take some profit right now. Like, if you longed the bottom last night, I mean, we're up.
Mr. Ether is like more of a long-term trader, so he's trying to secure a position for like the next month or so with his long. Because I don't know, he's thinking we're going to wherever. I don't know.
maybe,
Well,
maybe we put in the bottom is what he's thinking.
How about
maybe.
this? Hold it open until if we don't get above the 60 hole, we might test it. But if we don't close above it, then close that long and then keep your hedge, because that's what you would have to
I
do.
have a question. What's your exit signal?
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
Yeah, what's your exit signal, Mr. Ether? Because I hear you saying like you're going to lose confidence below 31. It's like, okay, let's say we go to like 50 right away. What's your sign that like your long worked out?
Apparently,
Because I know it's not.
Right, Slater in the live chat, he says, I'm going to from 31 to 60k is what he's hoping to. Yeah, I guess he's trying to enter, he figures maybe 30k was the bottom, I do know he hedged up, I think, at some point. He's been getting chopped up lately, so any kind of advice to maybe give him
Okay.
some confidence not to shake out of this long
Right,
now.
none of that answers the question that I asked.
Yeah,
Does he watch an exit signal?
we still need to know the triggers to exit and enter each thing, because it sounds like he preemptively got into a position that he knows he shouldn't be in yet. And if it reverses, he's nervous because he shouldn't be in a long plan right now if he's below the 60 hole.
That sure sounds like that's exactly the situation he's in. Mr. Ether, I
So
think
take your profit right now if you're that worried about it.
and get out is probably what our
Take some
analysts are
profit,
telling
move your stop loss to break even. If it does reverse, it reverses.
Yeah, it should just be like a normal trade, man. So I presume I know you have a long system with Renko and everything. So either you're not using your system, in which case, like, yeah, you probably should be worried because you just took a discretionary trade without a system, without any way to get out.
That's why you are worried.
Yeah. Or you took your normal Renko trade, and in that case, don't worry about it, bud. You know, it's just one trade.
And you're experiencing what everyone experiences when you're doing this game, that sometimes it's hard to hold on to a position, but you have to believe in your system.
Doctor, it hurts when I do this thing. Don't do this thing.
All
Don't
right,
do
good
that thing.
advice. Good advice from the doctor. All right, guys, we've had an excellent show today. We're about 6 minutes into the overtime. We're doing really good. I appreciate everybody who joined us for today's edition of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's been a wonderful show. Gonna check back in with the poll before we wrap. Let's see, let's get the poll up on screen here. Let's scroll up a bit so we can see all the responses. All right, brilliant. So this is, of course, are you holding GameStop or any of the following, like AMC, BlackBerry, or Nokia? We've got,
Get us over 50 likes, guys.
yes, get us
Over
over those
50.
likes. And so we got 26 responses to
Shares with your
today's
friends.
poll. And I see that what are stocks is leading this. So it seems like people are snubbing.
Yes, that's funny.
People are snubbing the stocks, and we're all crypto heads in here. 50% people saying what are stocks. 23% is the next runner-up. No, I went all in on Doge last night. So Doggy Coin is doing big things. Apparently, our members are crypto heads, and a portion of them are loyal. Yes, loyal Beethoven watcher. They got the Beethoven VHS on loop in the background. So shout outs.
That's not the weirdest thing happening in that house.
And mere 19% say, yes, I got into GameStop, and others, it's a revolution, baby. And 8% say they were in, but they got out. So it seems like it's mostly crypto heads in here, but shout-outs to any Reddit overflow like the Peckham 08 of the live chat who made off like bandits, hopefully, in the midst of this madness, this mainstream market madness.
This paradigm shift in the way that we do things.
We're going to be keeping an eye on the story, guys. This is not over yet. This is really interesting. Something is happening in the markets. Something is just afoot. I can't put my finger on it, but something is just up.
The game is afoot.
Something is seriously up, guys. We're going to keep our.
Is coming.
We're going to be monitoring the situation, as the saying goes. All right. With that
Every
said,
day.
everybody.
You know what? We didn't even look at the U.S. dollar. Let's do that.
Yep.
Let's
Look at the
look
US
at.
dollar.
To the dollar. Wow, what are you doing?
Well, it's down today. If the U.S. dollar continues to drop here, then that will be good for Bitcoin.
Yep.
Good for Bitcoin. Very interesting.
Monero.
Yeah, it's not out. It's not over yet, though.
That
Slight
doesn't
pullback.
look like rejection to me, to be honest with you. That looks like pullback, throwback before continuation. You're going to have a lot longer candle than that to prove to me that that's weak.
And that's how I feel for traditional markets. I feel like today was not strength. Today was, weakness. We kind of retested yesterday's drop. We closed the gap here with the wick. And now we're trading back down below this resistance support level. And
look at that that wick up on that buyback. You still had terrible momentum, bearish momentum on WADA. I mean, that's pretty typical of buyback retracement before continuation of sell-off.
This might be our place to score a Dow short or something.
Yep.
SPY also, look at that. Oh my God, it's ugly.
Oh my God. You got to come out of the closet. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Anyway, trade
Market-
safely, guys.
Markets in turmoil. Trade safely.
Yeah, it's going to
Indeed.
be an interesting rest of our lives, guys. So stay tuned.
This is Thao in the live chat. I'm here till the end. Looking forward to the next video. Yeah, if you've tuned in, you stayed along for the whole 2 hours. Much love to you. Thank you, our loyal and dear audience. Thank you, everybody who sticks it out for the duration of the entire show.
Thanks for getting us over 50 likes, guys. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes, really
It's
do
a lot
appreciate
harder
it.
than you think.
Watching the replay, make sure you hit that like button as well. Shout out to Mustache in the live chat. Yep, they're starting a lawsuit. Yes, lawsuit supposedly being waged over what's going on with the Robin Hoods of the world. B-Flow says, in and out and in. Give it to her like I'm fresh out the pen. All right.
Well, thank you for once again reading
So
what
magnificent.
not be read aloud.
In and out of these charts, in and out of the trades. This is how we do it here at Cracking Crypto, guys. Much love.
Like
Thank
a
you so
ninja.
much. It's
Yeah.
been a great episode. You know who you all are. The Jezza Coins, the Mr. Ethers, the Cheesy Businesses, the All Infinities, the JG, the West End Militaries, the Nice Hashes, the All Infinities, the Vidushes, the Mustaches, the Crypto Bulls, the Peckhams, and many more. You guys are near and dear to us. Thank you so much. We'll be back for the Friday edition of Breaking Bitcoin tomorrow. In the meantime, catch us in the Discord, discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. And finally, if you like what our analysts do, and believe me, they do very well in these markets, you can follow all their trades. In fact,
Check for yourself.
you can look back months and months of their performance. We're one of the most transparent groups in the space. You can learn about this and much more that we offer over at premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Don't sleep on us, guys. We are serious chefs in the crypto kitchen here. We only cook up the
Serve it up
finest,
sushi.
the finest sushi cuisine. Yes, that's correct. Guys, I've said enough. We've held on for long enough. Much love to you all.
Killer outro, Jack.
Out the door, guys. You know what we
Very
do.
nice.
Trade safely, everyone. See you tomorrow.